Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Today we are going to discuss some of comments mentioned by atheists, by Christians, by the scientists. I will start with the comment made by a Christian supposedly. There's only one thing always I want people to notice. There's people they go to school, and there's people who earn degree, but they earn, and I'm not insulting the person by the way, but this is the way I talk. I hope he understand. I'm not trying to insult you. I do not know you. This is the way I express myself. So there's people who earn degree, and they think when they earn a degree, they are educated. And there's people who never have a degree, but they use a gift. It's called the brain. Many don't even think about this brain for a second. They don't want to use it. And I will give you an example. So we go to school and we start learning, and then in school they teach us things. And those things, they stay with us for the rest of our life. Okay. Here we have Mr. or I don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman, doesn't matter really. Says, I'm a Christian here. I like your video arguing against Islam, and you seem very well educated, but you not seem very well versed in biology. Okay. Since you mispresent evolution here, you should read up upon it. It's science. It's very interesting. Although your demonstration is very funny, I have to admit. I have to admit too. I don't see why evolution should contradict Christianity. The stories in Genesis, in my opinion, should not be taken literally, but that's a whole other discussion. Okay, go into discussion now. Let us see how I don't know and how I am mispresenting whatever. A theory is not hypothesis, okay? It's something you make up to explain things, okay? Without having any proof. A theory is backed up with evidence. Either is I know, like my English is very funny, I know. But how you say it's backed up with evidence and you call it theory? I advise you to read your words, or if you are a person who talk, some people, they should say their words in their head before they say them, because you will sound silly. How it's a theory and it's backed up with evidence. The second you reach the point of evidence, it's not a theory no more. As an example, I'm not a doctor in biology, but I have a degree in law. I'm qualified to work as a lawyer or a judge. And somebody provide me evidence. And the evidence is, let's say the guy, he confessed that he killed the guy. Is that a theory that he killed the guy anymore, or it's a fact now? For sure, in science, the story is different, but evidence is evidence. I cannot say there is evidence unless it is evidence. I cannot even call it evidence as long it is not. So as long it's proven, as long it's 100% true, then we can call it evidence. So look what you just said. A theory is backed up with evidence. Does this mean that there is evidence that is 100% true? So, okay, you are telling me I mispresent, and I don't understand. And now you are telling me that your scientists, the one you are supporting their theory, they present evidence which is not 100% true. What does that mean? It means it's full of lies, it's full of mistakes. Or it's me maybe because you are, you know, let us say you are not educated and somebody can fool you, and that will make it like sound to be true. It's like a smart being speaking to a uneducated being, and the smart being was able to provide evidence which fit with the little brain of the little being. Too much bean here, huh? I hope that will not cause gas. So I wish sometime people, they read what they say, because what they say is extremely silly. And then he said, no, scientific method and our recitation are flawed, okay, but it's the best we have to explain something. At the moment you use those scientific method too, okay. When you show the inconsistency of in the Quran, for an example, okay, can you show me the consistency in the theory of Darwin? If there's any, you see, when somebody says there's evidence, if there is any evidence that a monkey, he improved himself, he became a human, you see, later he started talking about the improvement of organs. Read carefully with me. Here he says, second, evolution improves organisms. Excuse my English. You should not orgasm. No organism, not orgasm. Be careful. Okay. So anyway, so like this is the theory. It's the, you improve. Okay. So let's see. We as a human, we have heart problem. We have heart attack, and the heart attack usually happen either by a clot in the blood, or even sometime the brain send a message to shut down the heart. You know, like when the brain feel like the body in a trouble, and there is a certain let us say message is coming to the brain give the heart an order to shut down in order to prevent something from happening. But this is a kind of you know, causing death. It's not really helping the heart, it's not helping the human, it is causing death to the human being. So how a human being, after all the improvement, he went through billions of years according to you, and you claim to be Christian, he reached a point that he killed himself. Do you have any idea? Because remember, you are a Darwinism Christian, supposedly, which is very funny, and this is totally against the Bible, and I will show you how ignorant you are about the Bible too. Because what is the improve? After a billion of years, according to you and Mr. Darwin, a human being, he cannot fight bacteria. He failed. He failed miserably. You need to, you know, look for medicine, you know, and this medicine, it failed too. I mean, the bacteria is always way ahead of us, and they come with a new solution against your solution. And your solution is not your body. Usually your body is not really functioning the perfect way to fight the, you know, otherwise nobody would die. So the improvement you are talking about is a false theory, because there is no improvement. And a human being used to die by heart attack thousands of years ago, and he died by heart attack thousands of years after. And he will die in a heart attack millions of years after. Nothing will change. Or brain attack, or whatever. There's a million reasons to die. One of them is your mother-in-law. So the improvement theory is not true. I can say there is, you know, remember in the last video I said, if a person who live in the mountains, because the mountains, let us say high mountains, not just a normal mountain, you know, a very high top mountain, his body adopt certain kind of oxygen, which means he, you know, if you move to the mountain area, in the beginning, you will not feel comfortable when you breathe. Why? Because your lung is easy able to collect the oxygen which is needed in whatever air the lung is getting from outside. But when you are in the mountains, your lung have to work harder, have to bring more air. So I can say I accept this, but I don't accept that the lung used to be something, or let us say improve itself by being something else. What Darwinism is about, that there is selective of nature, and there is this nature is going to kill the species which is not improved, or let us say lacking improvement, and the one it's improved itself will survive. But this is absolutely false, because the same species is still there. Even the one, there's animals, they are dead. There's no reason for them. As an example, there is many animals distinct because we kill them, which means there's a predator. You know, human being is a predator for those animals. But there is some kind of creatures, we kill them every day, like cockroaches. But you know, they are victorious. Why? Because the way they are made, you know, they have a very high number of breathing, and they can resist heat. They can resist even, like, I mean, you burn the whole house to get rid of the cockroaches, and you will find them still under the dust. So, but they did not improve themselves. This is how they are. A cockroach was a cockroach. He was not a duck. The way his system is built, I do not need improvement. He can survive even a nuclear war. We cannot. So the theory of this idiot Darwin, and sadly to see that you are a Christian and you believe in such a stupid thing, because if you know the Bible very well, you should know that according to the Bible, people used to live for a long, long time. Hundreds of years. So the theory of improvement, it's working in the opposite direction. When somebody used to live for 100, 800 years or 900 years, and now we live for 60, after all, like the care we have, and doctors and hospitals and x-ray and machines and computers and vaccine and blah, 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 and then people die. So before, people used to stay younger and live longer. So if a person, according to the Bible, he lived for 600 years, that means when he was, let us say, 300 years, he's like 30 for us. So what is the improvement? Now, either you believe in the Bible or you say, I don't believe in the Bible. So don't mix the stupidity, which you call it science, with non-science, which is nonsense. You see, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professor in biology, as you said to me in the comment. You said you have a lack of you know, education in biology. You do not know biology, you know. Well, you know, I have a limited knowledge in many things, and I have an extreme knowledge in some stuff. But I'm not required to be a professor in biology to know that this is a stupid idea. Because no one has control of his body. And you are an example. Can you fix yourself? Can you how your body will give an order to itself? I mean, what is the brain in the body? And do you know what is the brain? So let us say that the brain does not exist. The first cell is the brain. But as long as the cell, each one of them have a specialty. So how the cell, which is specialized in something, as an example, we have white cell in the blood and we have red cells. Can the white cell improve itself and its defense by figuring out that in the future there's a a virus will be called cuckoo and prepare for that? No. The virus have to come first, and then have to go and fight with it, and then whatever mechanism it's already she have of this cell, the white cell, she will use. So either she win or she lose. If she win, now she learned about this enemy, and she learned how to fight him better, because already she fought him already. She have an experience with him. But she cannot create a new mechanism unless you get involved and you give medicine and etc. and you to support the fight. Like giving an emission to someone he is out of an emission. So why the cells are not able to improve themselves in health aspect? Still people, they have diseases, the same diseases. Cancer is killing some places 2 of every 5, imagine. Which means 5 of us here, 2 of us, we might have cancer. Do you see how horrible the situation is with cancer? So why a human being is not improving himself after all those millions of years they claim in Darwinism? Obviously cancer is the biggest enemy. And science cannot really trying to find a solution. Sometimes, you know, they succeed, depend in how, let us say, advanced the case, as they say. But sometimes there is no way to fix it. But anyway, as long as I'm not a doctor and I am not a professor, I just went to YouTube just a minute ago. I did not watch the whole video actually, but this is a professor. His name is Michael Behe. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name correctly. And he have a PhD, and he is a professor, for biochemistry at whatever university. Are you going to say to him that you are an idiot, you are stupid, you do not know, you don't have education? You see, the Muslim, they say to somebody trying to debate them, you say to them, you do not know Arabic. You did the same. You did exactly the same. You do not know Arabic. Or you do not know biology. But my friend, this has nothing to do even with just knowing the biology. It's about simple thinking. You are just assuming, no evidence. When you say to me, we found an animal, he looked like that animal, that's different animal. What is the proof that this is the same animal? What is the proof that this is the ancestor of this animal? I mean, if you go to your yard and you look at the insect, it's scary how many insects there is. Each one of them is look different. This video here, it says, so you people can, actually I have the link underneath of the video here to give them credit. This is from a website channel, it's called TFP Student Action, and it says expert destroy Darwin theory in 5 minutes. Is he qualified to talk about biology, or he is like Christian Prince? What he learned from biology is what he learned in high school. Let us see. So he is having he have a trap for a mice in his hand. And he will show you from the trap of the mice how all the theory of Darwin is a silly theory, and he is ignorant. He will show you how Darwin is ignorant.
Only is it complex, it's what I called irreducibly complex. You can't take a part away and still have it work. If you took away this hammer, the mice don't get caught. Take away the spring or the holding bar, any of the pieces, it doesn't work. Now the problem for Darwin's theory is that, number one, the molecular foundation of life is run by machines. The cell is run by actual machines made out of molecules. People find that fantastic, but hey, that's the way it is. There are little machines that act like outboard motors that can propel cells along, and other machines that carry cargo from one part of a cell to another. And those machines, just like pretty much any machine, including the mousetrap, have a number of different parts performing different roles, and they're all needed for the machine to work. Darwin's theory of evolution requires that natural selection favor an organism that has a very small change that helps the organism do something better. So if we're taking that view of Darwinism, we can ask, how could something like this, something like a mousetrap, be put together one tiny step at a time? And it turns out it's surprisingly difficult. You know, if you just had the wooden platform, just the bottom, that doesn't catch mice. If you put on, say, this holding bar, you might say, well, maybe if a mouse is running along, it would trip on the platform and impale itself on the holding bar. But that's kind of just silly. So this can't be made gradually.
So, you know, this is what I said in the previous video. How the permission is going to decide to be something else in the future. And you know, the permission is still permission, nothing changed. It's very silly. But when the silly person, he is sponsored by a mafia of anti-God, and they promote his idea everywhere, in schools, in universities, everywhere. Like now, if you say Islam is wonderful, they will put you in TV. If you say Islam is peace, if you are a person who claims to be a Christian priest and say Islam is, you know, they believe in the same God we believe in, everybody will come you. But the second you say the truth, everybody will fight you. Have you ever heard them quoting in TV somebody saying something negative about Islam? When the last time they did? Have you ever seen Facebook sponsoring, supporting, not taking down pages? Have you ever seen YouTube? You know, here we go, I cannot take donation here. But a person who preached jihad, we can collect donation. They never take donation from them. Not even, they don't even flag their videos. So was God that created Adam as Adam, and he was, or he was something else, and he improved himself? Was God that created a snake? That God was created trees? Did God create? And what are you talking about? You say I'm a Christian and I believe in such a thing. There's no proof of such. And if you change one thing, and no way a cell can decide to change. You see, cell is a program, is a little brain. And this brain does what it's programmed for. It cannot make a new decision out of the program. Very simple. It's like your computer. You have a mouse, and the mouse, this mouse, how you use it? If you click here, something will appear in your screen, and you click at the window, that window will open. In order to change this the mouse how it works, you have to reprogram the whole software. You cannot do like one step at a time. That is a joke. Especially, you know, and everybody knows that it's impossible. First, you are assuming that the cell have a brain, and that the brain make a meeting. Hey, we have a problem here. We are going to make an improvement, and this improvement is going to take 1,000,000 years. How silly, how stupid. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then here, this professor, I don't know, he's a Muslim, he's a Christian, he's an atheist, I have no idea. But this is about science, this is just pure science. He continued and saying how stupid was Darwin. He don't know even the basic of biology.
So that's a big problem for Darwin's theory, because pretty much the foundation of life. These things are all over the place. And furthermore, you can ask yourself, well, how do we recognize intelligence? And it turns out that the way that we recognize intelligence is by what I call a purposeful arrangement of parts. And that's when different parts are put up in relationship to each other, where you can see that they have a purpose. That is, the arrangement has a purpose. An easy example are letters in a word. You know, people put the letters in to form a word, words to make a sentence, and so on. And not only is this arrangement, this can't be put together gradually, but we immediately see that the arrangement of these parts has a purpose. And so we immediately grasp the intelligence that was needed to produce something like this. And again, I can't emphasize enough that Darwin didn't know anything about the foundation of life. He and his contemporaries thought that the cell was a little piece of jello, protoplasm, they'd call it. And it was mysterious, you know, did cool stuff, but they didn't know how, so they pretty much ignored it. But modern science has shown that the cell is a lot like a ultra sophisticated nanoscale factory, far, far beyond anything that humans could produce. And
anyway, that's enough for me. So, you know, yesterday I mentioned that scientists, even the majority of them, they are against of this. The question is, how they are teaching it in every school? You know what I mean? Who is behind supporting this theory? I mean, I live in the Middle East. I grew up in the Middle East. I get my first education in the Middle East. And then I learned this in the Middle East, in the heart of Islamic countries. Who is behind sponsoring this false theory? And for a generation, everybody adopted as if it's God talking. That's it. This is true. Darwin, he found, the same as Zulqarnain, he found the sun set in murky water. And the more we learn, the more we know that this was a joke. That was stupid. Yesterday, actually, I thought about evolution. I said to myself, can I order my cells to look like better? I mean, I woke up in the morning and I convinced myself, like, you know what, because I order my cells, like, to make me look better, you know, like, you know, so, I mean, come on, very frustrating, you know. And I don't have a mirror at home. I don't use mirrors because I don't want to get scared, you know, like something scary, you know. But I have a mirror in the car, so I went to the car and I look, and it's still the same. What a disappointing thing. But I've been promised that after 1 billion years, I will look better because I ordered my cells to make me improve. So, like, this is the part of the good news, you know, like, you know, we have hope, you know. And hey, ladies, females, if you, I know all of you would make up. Come on, don't lie about it. I mean, come on, you know, yeah, come on. So you put makeup. Why you doing? Why you want to do that? Why you don't order the cells of your face to look better? Your eyes will get bigger if you want, or you make them smaller if you like, huh? Your nose, like, you can take him to the right a little bit, or to the left upside, or whatever you do. I mean, come on, the cells, they will improve themselves. Okay, you know what? You can improve many things. After 1 billion years, the woman is still a woman after 1 billion years, if there is 1 billion years, as they claim. And why a human being is still stupid if we can improve the cells? I mean, how do you explain all the stupidity we see around us, including your comment? So if a human being, I mean, look, you said, is the evidence 100 true? Like, what the heck? So why you call it evidence? How evidence, they can be called evidence, and you are agreeing they are not 100% true. So they are evidence, but only 70% true, and 30% are not. But then the whole evidence is gone, because evidence cannot be evidence, because evidence, the whole thing have to complete each other to make it an evidence. Does this mean there is evidence that is 100% true? I mean, who is talking here? Somebody, I don't know what you are eating, man. And the improves of organisms, you know, like it's a joke, because there is no such a thing, and nothing really changed. And you are trying to compare animals to other animals, saying this was used to be this one, but we have still that one, and that one is different. Why all the monkeys, they're still monkeys? I mean, why in the world the monkey want to be a monkey? Or what he need to do, he changed his look, he joined Democrat, and he voted for, you know what, the only proof for evolution you have is the Sleepy Joe. I saw like an animal who is so slow, you know, when he sleep, when he in the middle of he's eating, he sleep, you know. Sleepy Joe. Is that the evolution you're talking about? This is a cat. But after some time, the cat, she will turn into a dog, because it's better to be a dog. And the cat will, you know, improve the organ, or like, what is that? So you see, Darwinism is not only improving if it's about a changing of a species to be something else. Secondly, the decision of such a thing to happen is impossible, because that will break the whole system. You cannot do little change. What little change? And who is the one who will decide to make the little change? What is the brain who is making that decision? Did you find it? And you are talking about biology? I find it extremely silly when people, they try to defend this funny, stupid, silly theory. It's embarrassment, actually, for a man, for the brain of a human being. You know, in school we learned that when the apple fell down, he saw the apple in the tree, and then they come to the conclusion, okay, so the big object the gravity will work this way, the big object will grab the small object. And now they discover this is not always true. If it is too small, the big object will not have impact on it. The smaller it is, the harder for the gravity to take it down. This is why we have dust flying. It can fly for days before I settle down, because there's nothing moving it. Why? Because it's so light. You go in your basement, you look at the window of your basement when the sun is there. You will find billions of little tiny things flying. Like, what the heck is that? Shouldn't the earth grab it? Isn't it the gravity grabbing everything is flying? Unless there is a resistance? Like somebody flying with wings or engine, like airplane? Why they are not coming down? How that will happen over years? Look at this guy. We just get you a scientist, and he is laughing at it. And we can show you a million scientists laughing at this theory. How those change will happen? You did not tell us how. Who is going to make the change? Who is going to make the decision? You know, when last time I speak about the permission, which is the simple, you know, the most simple, let us say, cell. So this simple cell is going to change. No problem. We will go with your stupidity. And I call it stupidity. But who is going to make decision that this is the final product will be after 1 billion years? Because remember, you are not changing little, you are changing to change everything later. The improvement is about deleting some and keeping some. But in order to do such a thing, there is a brain have to be the designer of the future product, the final product, how it's going to be after 1 billion years. Who is the one is making that decision? Are we listening? This cat is scary? No, she is laughing at the theory. She's like, I told her, you know. I told her it used to be a dog. Actually, I told her her future, you know. I sent her WhatsApp because those are evolution tech cats. They are high tech, you know. They are not like they are from the Silicon Valley. So I told her, this is after 1 billion years. This is how you look like, you know. You will wear pajama. And you will become a dog, finally. Okay? You will not stay as a cat because now you are improving yourself. You are going to a higher level. And even there's a donkey, you know, the neighbor have a donkey. I told him, you will be a horse. Just wait. You know, you work in it. Just be, you know, like, don't give up. You are a donkey. But 1 million years from now, you will become a horse because you are improving yourself. It's just little touch here and there, and you will, you know, you will change. I don't want to talk about this anymore, but I find that those people are really silly, yet they claim to be educated. And actually, I find them very much like Muslims. You know, they surrendered themselves without thinking, and suddenly they became like scientists too. Like you have a lack of understanding of the theory. No, I don't. It's you who don't understand what you are saying. Evidence is evidence. If evidence cannot be true 100%, you don't call it evidence. Call it case study, call it research project, call it whatever, but this is not evidence then. Either it's 100% true, or it's not. We're talking about science here, not metaphorical things. Like, I can bring a verse in a book, doesn't matter what book, somebody make a statement. And each one of us give us different interpretation. Because it can have many meanings, but it's not science. But when it's come to science, that's it. We cannot have 1 billion interpretation for a phrase of science. I don't know why the Chinese, you know, when the Chinese, they say he left as a donkey, never come back as a horse. I don't know who said that. This is against Darwin evolution. I mean, come on. He left as a donkey, never come back as a horse. No, he can come as a horse, but just wait 1 billion years from now. He will improve his organs, and he will be, you know, he will change it the way his lips is. He will become bigger, taller, you know, yeah. And even his voice will change. So if you are a person who believes in this, and the funny he says, you know, the story in Genesis, we don't take it literally. What does the story of Genesis have to do with this anyway? Secondly, who are you to decide what is literally or not? And or like how you can confirm? You are the person who speak about science. How you can confirm that it's not meant to be literally? You see, I'm just going with you. I mean, a person who wants to use his brain. Who is the one who decides if this is literally or not? You see, the one who wrote the words is the only one who can tell if he meant literally or not. Not you, not me. So again, you try to make assumption, and you are just a person, look like you're a person looking for a solution by assumption, and you call it evidence. And the improvement of a human being is not true. A human being became more ugly, more disgusting, more evil, more sick. He's not getting better. Not even close to be better. And if you go and study a human being, let us say you're a person who believe in billions of years, and they say to you they find like some bodies, or they look close to human, but they are not a human, you know, whatever it is. What happened? They improved themselves and they became, what happened after the improvement? They die? They vanished? If we take a human being history, like the maximum we have maybe 5,000 years. Okay, a human being 5,000 years ago, he was different from a human being now? How much improvement we have in 5,000 years? Where is the improvement? So don't take what those people, you know, like we send our children to school, yes, but in our schools we have idiots who teach you how to be an idiot, not to how to be smart. Don't take what teachers they say to you for granted. And when I say teacher, it doesn't matter, including me. If I am teaching you something, search it, study it, think about it. Otherwise, you are just an idiot. You are just a receiver machine. You receive, and whatever people say to you, you take it. I went to school, and I heard the teacher, and he did not convince me for a second. I found it very stupid and very silly. And the proof that human being is not doing the evolution is you adopting a theory and teaching it as a fact. The same as you do with the Big Bang. Every school teaching the Big Bang, but there's no proof of it. There's no proof whatsoever. You know, there is a telescope, I think it was in California. They were receiving messages from the space, brother. The news, TV station talk about it. In certain time in the day, they are receiving messages. Alien are contacting with us. CIA. They could not explain it. NASA, they confirm it. We are receiving communication from aliens. It's true. And after 22 years, they found that it was a microwave in the building. When a guy, he go to make a coffee, they received that message. So they did fool people for more than 20 years about receiving messages, and they needed translators, and they want to study the language, and the language is consistent each time we receive the same exact thing, and how we can, you know, translate this, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then it turned to be a guy making coffee with the microwave. And when the microwave broke, the messages stopped. A microwave. How many hours in TV they spend, how much money they make from this propaganda, this lie. There's an alien, the Bigfoot man. There's a Bigfoot in my backyard. So I find that those, you know, they claim to be scientists, but, you know, people, they are attached to mystery, attached to fictions, you know, they love it. just say to them alien, like spaceship. There is a spaceship, you know, seen by the Navy. I mean, can you really believe it? That the Navy, and they have a radar, and they have missiles the most advanced, and they will see something flying in the top of them, and they will not shoot it down? Especially it's confirmed that it's not an airline. Or what? They will just watch? I mean, who is the stupid here? You know what I mean? So imagine that we have like an airplane carrier cost billions and trillions of dollars, and then we allow a spaceship, brother, to fly in the top of us, and we record it by the phone, by the phone, or even by the radar, and we do nothing about it. Look, what if this is from the enemy? He want to shoot you. How they enter our space? How we allow them? Since when American, they allow something to enter their space and let it go with all the advanced weapon we have? What a joke. And on every TV station talk about it, and the dummy and the funny. You know, like right now, you type spaceship. If I say right now, change the title, I saw a spaceship in my backyard, I will have 1 million views by the end of the day. If I say a Christian Prince, he get improved in looking, nobody will look, because they will know, still look bad. People, they love fictions, they love stupidity. This is why if you make a video about the Batman, the guy, he jumped from a building to building. I mean, nobody question how the guy, he jumped. And this is the evolution. It's in your head. I mean, the guy, he make like what? He make like something come from his fingers, and what is that? A Spider-Man is Spider-Man, come on. The man who became a spider, very easy. So what is complicated about it? I mean, why it's hard to believe? First, it's an American movie, which must be true. Like American, you know, movies, American heroes, they're gone. It's like a Turkish actor in Turkey. He was appearing in all the movies. All the movies of Turkey, he's the only hero. He is the only lover. It's like James Bond, you know, like that's what people like. They love the stupidity. They enjoy it. They relax with it. They love the fantasy of the stupidity. And maybe this evolution thing give them like let's say a comfort zone of who we used to be. It's like fill up some empty space in the vacuum machine we have in our head. We have to fill it up with something to make it believe in something, even if it's stupid and there's no proof of it. Thank you for those who say nice words to me. I apologize if I don't answer you. I know you do not need me to say nice things to you. Yeah, I said no. Spider-Man is real, man. Don't be sad. Okay. I mean, and they talk about science. You see, everything exists for a reason. Even the machines we made them for a reason. Very simple method to understand things. But in order to make a design, you don't design a spaceship by thinking first about making a fire. No, we did not reach the spaceship by making a step by step. Spaceship, all of it is one design. It's different way even of flying from an airplane. So if we decide to take one screw from the spaceship most likely is going to fail, because that screw exists there for a reason. It's holding something. You take it off, something wrong will go. Like we Middle Eastern, when we buy something, let us say you order something online, you order the table, you know, we don't read the manual, you know, like the manual, sorry. We never read manual. And then you start putting things together, like you put screws here, screws there, you know, and then you find after you finish putting the table and the chairs, you find like there's 50 screws are not needed. They are extra. Or you take a part from the car, and then when you put it back, you find like they have 5 screws extra. Like, where they come from? Somebody saying to me, did you finish your high school? To be honest with you, they fired me before I finished the high school. And I did the exam by myself, you know, because they fired me from the school. Are you happy now? I used to be fired for anything happening in the school, even if it's not me. Because, like, you know, you have a reputation. Anything happened, they will say it's him. Are you happy now? And did you finish your high school? Yeah, I finished my high school. But the only certificate I have is a driving license. Are you happy now? You are the educated one. You are the one who's smart. Yeah, they fired me. They fired me from the whole country high school, you know. Because I was like, you know, a very, very good person in the school. Actually, I was, you know, but I mean, I'm like a revolutionary person, let us say. I don't accept things is not right. And I flip things upside down on them. But anyway, with the school, without school, who cares? I finished my high school, I get a good grade, I joined university, I finished my university, I finished my master's degree, blah, 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 blah. School, teachers never make you as smart. It is you who work in yourself. Not even books make you smart. Because what if the book is written by an idiot? What if this book is full of false information? Most of the books actually are written by, you know, by idiots. Especially, you know, like philosophy books, you know. The philosophy, like, well, you know, philosophy. What is philosophy? Philosophy is how to play with words. I mean, and a smart person try to play with the mind of a fool. That is philosophy. Someone is more intelligent, he can use ideas together in order to convince someone he is not fit for that person. That they call him philosopher. But when you read a book of a philosopher, you find that after reading his book, you are more confused from before reading the book. So what's the point of this philosophy? Do you remember the Arabian guy, he went to learn logic? First time he joined, that, you know, they introduced logic in the Middle East. This is new. So the guy, he asked the teacher, hey sir, what is logic? What is this class about? Logic, philosophy and logic, what is that? The teacher, he said, logic is to learn about something from knowing something else, something you do not know, from something you know. The student, he's still confused. He said, like what? How? He said, okay, I will ask you a question. So he said to him, do you have a chain? Chain, you know, at home? The guy, he said, yes. The teacher, he said, as long as you have a chain, that's when you have a dog. He said, yeah, that's true. He said, as long as you have a chain and you have a dog, that's mean you have a yard. He said, absolutely. He said, as long as you have a chain, you have a dog, you have a yard, that's mean you have a nice house. He said, yes, sir, you are right. He said, as long as you are a chain, you have a chain, you have a dog, you have a yard, you have a nice house, that's mean there is somebody have to take care of all this house, and that's your mother. He said, absolutely, you are correct. And because you have a chain and you have a dog and you have a yard and you have a big house and your mother taking of it, from here we learn that your mother, she is a good woman. The student was astonished. So the teacher said, see, from asking you about the chain, we were able to know that your mother is good. Now, the idiot, he learned philosophy and logic. So he went out of the school, he just learned philosophy and logic. So the first person he met in the street, he said to him, do you have a chain? He said, no. He said, your mother is a whore. Like, what? Well, this is what he learned. If you have a chain, your mother is good. What about the person who don't have a chain? So every human being, he understands his logic based in his stupidity, not his intelligence. The teacher was smarter than the student, but he is more stupid than the student. Because what the chain have to do with having a dog? There's a billion things to use for the chain. But when you are a fool, anyone can use you and abuse you. And when you are a fool, you learn your own logic. And you create your own fancy logic. But not necessarily is true. The logic of a Muslim that he pray to Allah 5 times a day and then Allah will make his penis endless. There's more than a billion human beings, they are convinced with it. True, it's true, brother, logical. But nobody want to ask himself, okay, how in the world I want to walk with this penis which is endless? I mean, I'm going to walk backward or forward? Backward is possible because you drag it, you know, I mean, I don't want to go in details. So, I advise people, when you, before you say things, try to think, you know, try to use your brain. God, he gave us a brain, and all of us, not certain people. No, that's not true. All of you can be extreme smart. All what you need to do is use the gift. Don't be just a follower. Nothing wrong, by the way, by being a follower. But follow someone smart. So you can learn from him how to get smarter. Associating with donkey will not make you a horse and will not make you smarter. If I sit with a smart person for 5 minutes, in those 5 minutes is going to be very useful 5 minutes for me because he is smarter than me, more educated than me. I will have a benefit of sitting with this person. But when I sit with an idiot for 5 years, I will graduate as an idiot like him because he will take me down. He will take me backward. He will teach me things I should not do. You associate with someone, he think that drugs is good. What you would do after associating, living with this person, or thinking you agree with him after some time because it's fun. That's what he told you. It's fun. You take drugs. How many of you here smoke? How many of you people smoke? Don't be shy, it's okay. If you smoke, give us one, please. And don't forget, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything bad about you. How many of you smoke? Nobody here smoke? Like, come on. See, they are... For the last time, who is here smoke? Otherwise, I will smoke you. I used to be smoked for 5 years. Okay, I don't know. How are you? Humble warrior, he said, I do. My friend, humble. Question I want you to ask yourself. Why you smoke? What is the benefit? And what is the purpose? Do you believe in the evolution too? Like after smoking, you will turn a different person? Actually, this is what they try to do to you when you were a kid. There's a video actually about a person, he is teaching you how to be confident. I made a video about it before, if you remember. He said, he was like describing a guy in a movie, how he is so powerful, like how he put a leg in the top of the other leg. Mean, that is something. And then he asked her if she have a light, and he grabbed a cigarette. Look at this. So this guy in this video, he is teaching you how to be a confident man who attract women to you. How you attract women? You wear shiny shoes. And you put the right leg in the top of the other one. And then you grab from your left jacket pocket, your cigarette box. And you ask the lady, do you have a light? And she look at you. She cannot resist, that's it. You have a cigarette in your hand, but it's not in fire yet. And now she will fire you up because she cannot resist. That's it. So this is how they fool the people. This is the guy is giving you advice in YouTube how to be a self-confident. A cigarette will make you self-confident. You know, when I used to go hunting, I never take a gun with me. I take a cigarette. I mean, who care about, like, if a bear come to you or a hyena or, come on, I will take the cigarette. I look at the bear. The bear like will be scared. He will be attracted to me, actually. He will like chase me, but he will not hurt me because I have a cigarette. I'm confident now. I mean, how in the world this logic work? How those people function? So my friend, those who smoke, ask yourself, why you smoke? You're burning. You know, once I went with a friend, you know, we were like, went for hunting, and I have his wife with him. And he have his cigarette box. I took the cigarette box and I threw it in the fire. He got so upset. He said, why you do that? What, I'm going to buy a cigarette box now when we're in the middle of nowhere? I said, didn't you buy it to burn it? He said, what? I said, didn't you buy this box to burn it? I just burn it for you. This is exactly what you do. You spend your money to burn it. Why a human being want? You don't want to use his brain. You are not only burning your money, you are burning your lung, you are burning your body. You smell bad. You smell like a chimney. And in the age of 50, 40, you will not be able to run for 10 meters. So why you do it? So you see, because they convince us in certain time that this is what will make me look like a man, or that will make you look like an attractive woman. So they start smoking. Now you go in the street, you see everybody using the hookah. You know the hookah? In the Middle East, we call it shisha. So the shisha of the Muslims coming all over in America and in Europe. Those young kids who they are smoking this stupid thing, which is very disgusting, very dangerous, very harmful. But because not only you who smoke, you will hurt everyone around you. You are literally smoking a box of cigarette when you do it. Why people do that to themselves? What is their intelligence? What happened? What is the improvement? Is that how we improve our life? We smoke? We take drugs? Where is those cells of Darwin? They are not working. Because look like the cell, it makes decision, and the decision is always right. But this is not the story. This is not the story. Human being getting more and more, behind. He's not getting smarter. He's not even getting close to be smart. You will see a poor person, hardly he can afford to make living. Hardly he can make money to buy a sandwich in poor countries, and he's smoking. Why in the world you want to do that? You cannot even make living. You cannot even buy food. Why? How much money you burn? Drugs theme says, delete your pointless channel, bro. Okay, my friend, I took my advice. I decided to delete you from my channel. Take care. You see, I have my logic, and my logic is I will use the first word you say to me. Delete, and you are gone. And the funny is that you are saying to me that my channel is pointless, yet you are here. So what point you were following when you came here? The pointless? So you go to YouTube looking for pointless channel to click there and join the chat, and you subscribe, because remember, you have to subscribe first. And then after you join the Pointers channel, you tell the guy who have a Pointers channel, delete your Pointers channel because I'm here. You know, like, what the heck? I mean, where did those people come to me from? You know, like, when I learned English, I saw in the text it says, it's training cats and dogs. I'm like, what the heck? Training cats and dogs? And then I heard the same sentence again from a British person saying to me, it's training cats and dogs outside. I look outside like, what? There's no cats, there's no dogs. So look like each one of us, he have his own logic and his own language. Cats and dogs mean something to him and mean something to me. So which one is the right one? Is that the evolution of language? That the rain became a dog and a cat? Here we go. The atheists will use it against me. And they will say, see, you got yourself busted. When I say stupidity is amazing, I mean it. And actually, I feel sorry for people who associate with stupid ones. It hurt. You know, the thing I really fear is like to be like to let us say to be forced to be around people who they are stupid. I hate. This is like a penalty for me. But for some, they will say, you are the stupid ones. We would hate to be around you. Ah, okay. At the end of the day, were you smoking? No, I never smoke. I never smoke all my life. Never. Do I need to try cancer to know that cancer is wrong? Do I need to try poison to know that poison is wrong? From far distance, the smell is disgusting. I can tell. There's no need for such a garbage. Is a cigarette is a food? Does it make you healthy? No, it's obvious. I mean, why even want to try the obvious poison? Are we listening? Why we need to try the obvious poison? If you are smoking, this is my advice to you. Go right now and take all the cigarette you have, throw it in the garbage, and never do it again. Buy your life, buy your health. You are going to be a big customer for hospitals. They will suck your blood when you get sick, and then you cannot take back neither the money you spent for cigarette, neither your health. Anything is not normal, is not right. Anything is not normal, is not right. So when the Bible speaks about eating food, etc., even those things that was for your health, when they asked Jesus about the Sabbath, he says, look, you know, your disciples, they are breaking the Sabbath. Jesus said to them, the Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for Sabbath. So always ask yourself, is that made for the man? Or you are made for it? The answer in the case of cigarette and drugs, you are made for it. You decide to be a slave of it. God made Sabbath for you, so you can rest, you can be healthy. God do not need Sabbath. It's you who need Sabbath. So you will not be greedy, working 24 hours, 7 days a week, seeking money and wealth. So it forces you to take a break. Stop, this is not right. So the break, which was a command by God, was for your health. So why you are fighting your own health? And atheism is against your health. If you don't believe me, go right now and search for a city. It's called Philadelphia, which is 95-97% atheist. It's a city of zombie. The whole city in drugs. It's very sad. They took the Bible from the school. They teach the children that Bible is a book of fiction. Jesus is not true. God is a lie. And the result is Philadelphia. the city of death. Go check it out. Go search on YouTube. Go search what the atheists do. They do to themselves. If they cannot do good to themselves, how they can do good to you? And watch what they do to your children too. They will poison their head. Philadelphia. The city of drugs. How far the evil reach? How those people reach that point? Very sad point. Very easy. Atheism. God is a fiction. Morality is a joke. Live as you wish. Drugs is okay. Oh, we strike, we need marijuana, everybody have the right to have marijuana. Okay, everybody have the right to have marijuana. And then what? This is the city. Look at this women. They stand in the street, they start either looking down or looking up. Why? You don't know. And they stay there for 15, 20 minutes. A city of zombies. All of them, they believe in Darwin. All of them, they believe in the evolution of Darwin. All of them, they are atheists. They are believers in Darwinism. They've been taught. How sad. How scary. You take the Bible away, destruction come. And then what is going to take place? Either drugs, and atheism, or the cult of Muhammad. Both of them, they would self-destruction. Did you see the Afghani trying to climb the mountains by tens of thousands, running away from Taliban? They are running from Islam. This is the truth. Did you see millions trying to cross the borders to go to Europe? They are running from Islam. This is the truth. Time will come. Actually, the time come already. Atheists are running by thousands and thousands from California. The exodus of atheism, because their state failed. Do you know how it is because of atheism? Very simple. Go and search what is the percentage of atheists in the city. And then you will get the answer. So why the city is like this? You tell them there's no right and wrong. You tell them go have sex as much as you want, with anyone you want, even with your sister, even with your mom. There's no God. And then the kid, he go in the street. What is in the street? You destroy everything sound to protect him exist. You just told them there's no such a thing. In California, they were discussing having sex with the children to make it legal. So a man is 30, he can have sex with like Muhammad, with 6 years old girl. How you know? It is atheism. I mean, I need to be a genius? Take God from your house away. Your house will turn evil. Very simple, very easy. All of us, we are tempted to do evil. All of us. But what will prevent me from going, like, let us say, inside the box? Maybe sometime I try to open the box or get close to it, or even open it, put my hand there. But what is preventing me from jumping inside the box and live inside the box of evil. It's God who always telling me that this is evil, this is wrong. I feel guilt. When I do wrong, I feel guilt. Atheism, kill your guilt. Atheism, kill it. Look what this woman doing. She's on drugs. Why her head in you don't know. That's it. She is living in a different world. She is not under the control of herself. How they reach that point? Because they follow the Bible? No. Because their teacher taught them Bible is a book of lies. Jesus is not the one to follow. That is the truth. And this is why if you are a Christian, you have to be careful who your kids going out with. Because one bad apple can destroy 25 good apple in the box. Take God from your house away, your house will be the nest of the devil. As simple as that. How much advanced California is. All the high-tech companies are there. But it's the city of homeless, the state of homeless. I mean, if I type for you now, search for homeless, California. I mean, you will not believe it. You will think that you are going to Somalia or like you are going to Afghanistan. Afghanistan don't have homeless like in California. I mean, except millions in Afghanistan, they are running away now. You drive in the street, you go to see the beach in California. What do you see in the beach? Look at this. Look at this. This is America. This is the most rich country in the world. What happened? Because they gave control to the idiots. They want to open the border for everybody. Everybody is welcome. And then they have no money, because everybody is on welfare. The government itself is bankrupt. After all the tax to collect from Google, from Facebook, from the biggest giant who control even the whole media in the world, still they are short of money. If it's possible, learn some Indonesian language. I know Indonesian. I can. You think I do not know Indonesian? My friend, listen. There are some people who they are very humble. And they don't tell you that they know the language because they are humble. You know what I'm saying, my friend? Yeah. So, if somebody told you I do not Indonesian, he's wrong. I can prove it to you in a second, But they don't want to do that, like Muhammad, he is a genius, he's a doctor, but he's a prophet. They ask him for a miracle, but he don't want to do that, but he can do miracles, I mean, come on. It's very easy, So, don't go there. Actually, a Muslim, he made a comment about the intelligence of Allah. So I don't know if I should continue and maybe I should make a separate video, maybe tomorrow or the day after, we will see. Or maybe I will make a video, like I will hang up on this one and we come back and what do you think, guys? Give me an idea. Like the Shia, they believe that Al-Hassan, he speaks 70 million language. 70 million? I forgot the number, but it's 70. I don't know, 70,000 or 70 million. I think 70 million. Yeah, I think 70 million. Something like that. Which is normal, I mean, come on. I mean, my grandfather, he used to speak 80 million languages. We are Arab. We do speak all languages in the world. Like last time I went to China, and the guy, he said in the customs, he said, I will call translator for you. I said to him, what are you talking about? Ching hong. You know, like, stop here, like, don't, you know, like, the guy for sure he gets scared, especially when he saw my fingers coming, like, you know, like Bruce Lee. He said, okay, there's no need for a translator then, so, you know, so it's very easy, like, oh, come on, we speak Japanese, Korean, you know, all languages. Very simple, you know. Why we will not, you know, and may Allah forgive you for your sin. I mean, have you ever heard of a God who says, may Allah forgive you for your sin? I mean, you know, like when the Muslim, they say, because the Muslim who made the comment saying, how you can explain the intelligence of Allah. So I was going actually to make this video about that, but when I saw the comment of this guy, so I decided later I would do how you explain the intelligence of Allah. Look at this, that Allah may forgive your sin. Like, who is talking Allah? Do you see the intelligence? I mean, this is super duper intelligence. Even Joe Biden, he cannot come with such a sentence. You know the thing. May Allah forgive. Who's talking Allah? Somebody asking a question. What do you think? Why you are making it big text, my friend? What do you think the tribe which ain't in contact with normal way of life, Aboriginal Australian tribes? Well, you know, you can search. There's an article written in the internet about those who they did not receive the word of God. But if they receive the word of God and they are still rejecting, then they have no excuse. So based in the Bible, like even if you, let us say, we as a Christian, we are not allowed to marry from non-Christian, period. So if somebody is marrying from non-Christian, this is not a marriage. This is not a marriage. Christianity forbid marrying from non-Christians. And the Bible explains why. You cannot join light and darkness in one house. And that is more healthy because simply you don't want the kids to be confused. You want to have a family, you have a family of believers. Otherwise, you will have a problem sooner or later. However, if a person he marry, let us say from those who left Islam after calling me, and they are married, and there is many of them. Okay, what he will do now? He will divorce his wife because she's a Muslim? No. According to the Bible, he keep his wife. The Bible rejects destroying the house of anyone or destroying the family. So because he was married from before the day he became a Christian, he can keep that marriage. But he cannot keep 4 wives, you know. In the same time, if you are a person who live as a tribe in the middle of nowhere and you never met someone who teach you about the Bible, or no, you don't speak the language and you never heard about the Bible or Jesus, then God will judge you by what he gave you. Whatever he gave you, your judgment is going to be by that. It's like, it's not fair. Like, let's say there's somebody have a, like they call it, like he have a syndrome, you know what they call it, syndrome something. So let us say we have a person, he have something like this, syndrome or disability. And someone is super smart. But it's not the fault of that guy who have a syndrome problem to be judged the same as that one. Let us say this person who have this illness, or he's born this way, he did something wrong. He even committed a crime. He shot somebody. But this guy, he don't know what he's doing. So is it right? Is it justice to judge this person as the same person who have a full and he is capable of understanding what he's doing? Absolutely not. So God is about justice. God is not about just send this person to hell and this person to heaven. This one he believe in me and this one does not. No. God is about justice. Justice will come first. So whoever delivered the law, by the law he was delivered, will be judged. Not by Allah, was not given to him. Do you understand me? Christian, I want to delete CP Call him. I'm calling him. No answer. Why you want to call me? Who are you? And please delete me. What is that? Don't bring me your drama here. No drama. I know that some people here, they come with a lot of drama. Delete CP, you delete me, and don't call him, don't answer me. No, I don't answer you. Why would I answer you? Somebody told you I'm here to answer you? Somebody told you this is what I do? I'm here to refute Muslims, and by refuting them, Muslims and Christians and atheists and everybody learn not to talk to Christians. I don't even take calls from Christian. Everybody knows. So take your drama and stay away from me. All right. Anyone have any question before we finish for today? Anyone have a question? The whole world need a prayer. You see, my friend, the problem with us as Christians, we keep focusing too much in the prayer, but we forget the part in the Bible says that prayer alone is not the way to solve things. Prayer have to be supported by work. So what some Christians they do, they focus in prayer and they try to ignore the part which is working with the prayer. You see, when Jesus he ordered his disciples, he did not say go and pray to make the whole world believe in me. He did not say that. He said go and teach and preach. Go teach the whole world. He said to them, time will come, and by killing you, people will think they are doing favor to God. He did not say to them, go and pray that everything will be fixed. John the Baptist, he did not pray to God that the man who is going to sleep with the woman, she is not lawful for him, he will stop. He shouted in the face of the man. He said to him, this is wrong. You cannot do that. And the price was, he lost his head. He killed him. So we as a Christian, sadly, many of us, we keep saying, pray, I will pray for you, I pray. Okay, a person is dying in front of my house, and he have no money, and he have no food, and it's cold. I will pray for you that God will send you a sandwich. So we as a Christians, we are going to be victorious by always being with God, and this is our prayer. The prayer of a human being, of a Christian person, is not by saying words. The Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. The Lord, he says, they praise me in vain with their lips, but their heart is evil. So be a person who pray to the Lord by the fruits. That is your prayer. Do something about it. The world is in trouble. Do something about it. Teach, learn, share. Don't be a person who just say, like, yes, the Lord, he says, go to your closet and pray. But this is about something between you and the Lord, relationship. But when it's come to fix this earth, you have to be a member of it. And the Messiah himself, he was challenged by the Jews, the hypocrite Jews, who said to him, okay, this is okay, should we pay tax to Caesar? In the front of the Roman. And if you say no, the Roman will arrest you. If you say yes, the Jews will spit at you. Look what Jesus said. He said, do you have any money with you? He said, yeah. Can you show it to me? Oh, sure. What is the picture in this thing? Oh, this is the picture of Caesar. Jesus said, give to Caesar what to Caesar. So you as a Christian, your prayer is your wisdom. Your prayer is your charity. Your prayer is your help. Your prayer is being good to others. Your prayer is not to be selfish. Your prayer is to be decent. Your prayer is to be truthful. Your prayer is to be a lawful person. Your prayer is to be someone he wish others what he wished to himself. Anything else is not a prayer, because that will make it empty words. So the Lord, he says, be holy like your Father. When you reach the point of going in that project, be holy like your Father, you are for sure praying correctly. All right? So we don't want to be the same as the Jews who are just trying to trick us what we will say. If you say this, you go to jail. If you say that, the Jews will hate you. They thought they can try God. They thought they can over a small God. They can just throw him over the bridge. Well, oh, it will put him in trouble now. What he will say. But he showed them in a very extreme wisdom, same time how hypocrite they are. They don't want to pay tax to Caesar, but the money they use is the money of Caesar, printed by Caesar, made by Caesar, have the picture of Caesar, but yet they claim they are against the Roman. If you are against the Romans, so why you carry their money? Like all those Muslims get death to America, but is what their favorite money is? Dollar. What is the favorite money of Taliban? Dollar. What is the favorite money of Saudi Arabia? Dollar. Where is their treasure is? In dollar. Where they put their banks, their money, their treasury, it's in the dollar. Most of it actually in the banks of America. Don't be false like those people. Again, why God gave Muslim oil and money? Okay, that's I mean, did God give them oil and money? What about all the oil we have here? We have oil more than all the Muslims together. We have money more than all the Muslims together. What are you talking about? USA and Russia is the most rich countries in the world. One income of USA is more than the budget of Saudi Arabia. With the money and all their money is in the pocket of USA. You see, when you see rich countries and Muslim countries, this is because they have little population and too much oil. But the majority of Muslims are desperately poor. Bangladesh is the biggest Islamic country. You see, this is why sometimes people are blind. They think Muslims are rich. Muslims are the most poor people in the world. You are judging by like what? A country in the size of a tribe? In the size of a village? Is that how you judge the rich and the poor? This is Bangladesh. Do you see what the oil is doing? The oil is just with little tiny number of the Muslims. The rest are extremely poor. This is a train. And not only that, you see, they have the oil, but they have no water. The price of liter of gas is twice more than the price of water. And that money actually is a curse. They go, they sleep around, they bring sex to their, the AIDS and etc. It's a curse. They lost any good value they used to have as like let's say Bedouin people. They have some good values. When the money come, they lost that too. So first of all, money doesn't mean a blessing. If we are in USA and we are the richest country in the world, doesn't mean that this is like what make USA is a good country. This is maybe in a financial way, you know, like, okay, you will have a better life to own a car, etc. But doesn't make it good country unless there's good equality in it beside that, like freedom of speech, like what I'm saying now. I can make fun of the president. Take that away, America is not America. Yeah, but so, you know, this is how people think, you know, average people. Why the Muslims have oil? Well, all Christians, a lot of Christian countries, they have oil. Who said it? Mexico have oil, Canada have oil, Argentina have oil, Venezuela have oil. What are you talking about? And the oil we have in USA is more than all their oil together. We have gas is enough, and same like Russia. So, wow. People, they say things I don't know. Very limited in their, you know, their knowledge. You see, Joe Biden came. He decided that's what the Democrats they do. They are silly. Oh, we will not dig for oil no more. Okay, and then the price of oil now is so expensive. Imagine now we are buying oil from abroad. We have oil for a million years to come. Stupid. I mean, those Democrats are very weird. I don't know. I don't know even how a human being can join such a party. I mean, look at the hypocrisy. They are against. They want the global warming. Okay, we are global warming. We have, but still you are using cars, and still you are buying oil. So what the point? Make cars by electricity. When you have them ready, take all the cars who use gas, and then that's it. But as long now we are using gas, we'll use your gas. Why you want to send your money to Saudi Arabia? Stupid people, what you can say, my friend? When I say stupidity is amazing, I mean it. Like, imagine I have in my backyard 1 billion liters of gas. And then what I do? I go to the gas station to buy. That is what Democrat is. Democrat is the most awkward, you know. I remember once I went to do the voting, you know, in the election day. So the lady, you know, in the front door, she take you like to your table, you know, she asks you what party you vote for. So she asked me, she said, you vote Democrat too, right? I said, no, I'm not stupid. You should see, she looked at me like if somebody put like 1,000, you know, gallon of cold water in her head. She was like shocked when I said, I'm not stupid. She said, because I know where are you from? I said, from the Middle East. She said, usually Middle Eastern, actually this is what she said. She said, where are you from? I said, I am originally from the Middle East. She said, so you vote Democrat, right? I said, no, I'm not stupid. Oh boy. And I don't know, you get offended or not, I believe it's stupid to be Democrat. I mean, everything they aim for is wrong. Everything. Forget about Trump. I don't care about Trump. I'm not talking about Trump now. But Democrat is the party of stupidity. They don't want, you know, they want to fight the global warming, but they are using the most expensive cars. What is the car of Hillary Clinton? What is the car of Al Gore? What is the car? We want to fight global warming, yeah. And how big is your house? How many light in it? How many air conditions? Did you stop using air conditions? How many of you don't use air conditions? I mean, what is... Just don't take me there, you know? It's a vomiting party. Anyway. I hope you guys, you have a good time today. And again, you don't need to agree with me. I mean, who cares if you agree with me or not? You see, I'm here I am the last one who care really, who agree, who don't. You know, sometimes people, they say to me, you use like a very plain language and it's kind of like offending. Let me tell you something very important. The one who don't offend you, it means he is not telling you the truth. If you have a friend, he don't offend you, it means he is not being at least natural with you. He's being fake. Because the second you say something to me, viewed by me as something negative about me, it means you are not being hypocrite. At least you told me how you think of me. At least you told me what you see on me, regardless if it's true or not. So people should appreciate a person who naturally speak to them. You know what I mean? Halala Center is a new business in Pakistan and UK. Who cares? I mean, it's just to fool the fool. You know, Halal Bank and etc. This is, you know, they knew there is a market there. They invest, and I will not be surprised if the one who owns it is Jew. Good for them. You know, in Saudi Arabia, they have shoes. It have a sticker. It said halal. I mean, how in the world halal shoes? So, you know, those who make shoes in Thailand or in Taiwan or wherever, they know that those Muslims, they will buy anything it says halal. So put it in the shoes, put it in the sardine, put it in the jacket, put it in the panty, put it in the bra, put it in the necklace. Just put the word halal, they buy it. But this is not about an expand of a religion. This is about stupidity. You go to Muslim countries, they are #1 customers for whiskey. Go and ask any Muslim. In the Middle East, the one who sell alcohol is the Christian. The one who buy it is the Muslims. You find a Christian going to alcohol store to buy alcohol. Who is the customer? The Muslims. And what they enjoy about it, that the Christian, they live in their own territory. So when a Muslim, he drive there and he go to a Christian store and he buy alcohol, supposedly nobody will know him. But guess what? Because all the customers are Muslims, they meet there. But because now all of them, they are the same, so nobody will report anyone to other family. Like, you know, it's a hypocrisy religion. In Saudi Arabia, every year, hundreds of people, they die from drinking, you know, like perfume. Go search it in Google. They buy a lot of colonial and perfume, but not to use it for a smell, to drink it, and they die. Liver failure there is like crazy. Why? Because they are drinking wrong alcohol. Halala or halal, I don't know what halala is, but whatever it is, all those businesses is for a purpose. A business always is created for a purpose, and the purpose is to take money from the pocket of the customer. So whatever it is, you know. You see, and even some scammers, they do the same for the Christians. How many of you see a TV station, call right now or receive the blessing of God so you can get to... So if you call and give them donation, you receive the blessing of God. The door of heaven is open for you, the same as Muhammad, the same scam. So religion, it's a great business for scammers. But the Lord, he said, be aware of false teachers who come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. Do you understand? So those, all of them, they are the same garbage. They target anyone. He says to you that by making donation, God will forgive your sin. He is a fraud. He is a fraud. He is fooling you. We don't bribe God. The donation you make is not what will make your sin go. The Lord, he said, that from their fruit you shall know them. Not because if this is the purpose of your donation, that is a fake fruit. Then that is false. You're trying to bribe God. You think God is like an officer in Pakistan. You give him 10 rupees and he take down your ticket. That is the God of Muslims. In Islam, as you know, a Muslim, he can bribe God. That's why Muhammad, he says, who is going to give a mortgage to Allah? Have you ever heard of a God you need mortgage? How you can give a mortgage to Allah? You can in Islam, you know. Muhammad, he want money and he want a bunch of food to give them money, and the promise is in heaven. In heaven, Allah will give you 10 times more, 100 times more, 70 times more. And then the fool, the poor guy, he believe it. But if Allah is God, can't he just order the gold to come from the ground? Can't he turn the dust into gold and silver and rubies? Do he need really a mortgage? Be aware of those liars who do that. You know, people, they say to me, why you don't talk always about, you know, people giving you a donation? Like, do I need to talk about it? If you want to support, support. Good things, people, they do it because they are thinking of it. You do not need a reminder of doing good things if it's good things to you. But always remember, you don't support a cause because if you do that, God forgive your sin. You support a cause because God said, from their fruit you shall know them. So this is automatic, fruit will come from you because the good inside you will do good things by your hands. But not because you are trying to fix your sin by doing good. We don't believe in that. The good tree give good fruits. And never think for a second that you can bribe God. Muhallal. Okay. Well, he is using the wrong word. This is muhallal, the donkey. So he will be the donkey, and yeah. Anyway, I know what you are saying now. A Muslim guy, his name is Mr. Israfil, saying the following question. I like it when a Muslim, he start thinking. I hope you are not getting hurt, my friend. Christian Prince, why do you always bring up sex and penis? Do you think about that all the time? My friend, if there is something you want to tell us, yes, my friend, I will tell you that your God, he is the one who mentioned sex and penis, not me. So if your God, he spoke about it before I was born, that when you believe in Allah, Allah will give you 70 years orgasm. And when you believe in Allah, Allah will make your penis endless. So I'm going to give your question to Allah. Allah, are you trying to tell us something? And who is the one who was saying that? Your prophet. When you're a prophet, he speak and he says, I was the most weak person between mankind and boom boom. And then I invoke my God Allah. He sent me a dish of shish kebab. I ate it. I get the power of 40 men. Muhammad, are you trying to tell us something? You are so cute. When you have a God, he described for you in your Quran that the women who will give you as a reward, they have big boobs. Allah, are you trying to tell us something? Hey, by the way, what is the connection between your God and big boobs? You see, you are the one who opened the topic, not me. If there's a connection, I mean, you as a believer now, and the women Allah will give you, they have big boobs. If there is something Allah trying to tell us, I think there's a hiding message there, like size does matter. Allah, are you trying to tell us something? Or what about a God? He described to us what is inside the vagina just to tempt us. And each time you sleep with them, Allah will put his finger there and he will make them virgin. Allah, are you trying to tell us something? So this is a silly Muslim trying to suppose like he's getting you busted. Like, are you trying to tell us something? All your religion is about sex. That's why I keep quoting sex. Because you have nothing there except sex. Is that your God Allah book? Or did I say anything is not true? Abdul? What happened to this guy? He died? What kind of God, brother? He described for us what is inside the vagina and what will happen to the vagina when you do boom boom. Brother, do you think Allah is trying to tell us something? You know what? Israfil, your name is Israfil. Do you remember the story of Israfil? Allah, brother, he wrote the Quran, he put the tablet between his two eyes. Okay, brother, why he put the tablet between his two eyes? Because, brother, Israfil is horny, and he will start looking at the version in the Quran, and then he will start getting boom boom. Are you there, Abdul? Is that your God describing the vagina inside? Is that your book? So when you ask me why I talk about sex, because you have nothing in your religion about except sex. If I believe in Allah and there's a prophet, what I will get? Penis, sex, vagina. All of you are follower of a hole. The whole idea of Islam is a hole. Even the black stone in the Kaaba is a vagina. When you put your head inside it. Prove me wrong. Anyone can go right now and search. You do not need to be genius. I don't know. I have a feeling that you are not a Muslim, but you are trying to drag me to talk, to talk about it, because always you say those stupid things. I mean, okay, since you said that sentence to me, what you did? Can you explain to us what you did? Here we go, brother. This is your black stone ready for fornication. I challenge you to tell me why the black stone in the Kaaba look like that. I will give you 3 options. It's like a birth defect. Is that like a sexual panty? Like, you make the Kaaba wear a burqa, and then only around the stone, like a zipper, there's a zipper, like, whoops. What is that? Why the shape is like this? Is it true that it used to be a vagina? And look, this is the leader of Hamas is putting his head inside. And after he kissed it, he was saying, yum, yum, num, num. Take a beer. Israel now is gone. Is history. What a crazy cult. All your religion is about sex. Have you ever heard of a prophet, he invoked his God because his penis is not working? And then the God, he go to the kitchen, he make a shish kebab, he send it to the prophet. Do you remember the guy from Afghanistan who left Islam because of this story? He challenged me to prove it. He challenged me to show him the reference. He said this can't be true. I mean, a prophet of God, his penis is not working. Muhammad, he tried everything. He turned music, it's not working. He turned the fan, it's not moving. He played the anthem, it's not standing up. That's it, he gave up. So come on, you seek refuge by Allah. So he prayed to Allah, and Allah, he went to the kitchen. I mean, isn't the Muslim, they say if Allah wants something, he say be is going to be? I mean, do you know to go to the kitchen and he make shish kebab and he cook it and he put spice? God knows what he put there too. I mean, I don't know, you know the thing. I mean, shish kebab will not do the thing. Otherwise, all Muslims will have a very, but they eat shish kebab. But finito. This is why, like, a country like Egypt, very poor country like Egypt, #1 product in Egypt is Viagra. I mean, what the heck? Anyway, as they say in China, he left as a donkey, never came back as a horse. Yeah, but anyway, you know, like, I mean, and then look, it worked. After Muhammad, he ate the shish kebab, you know, dish. He got the power of 40 men of heaven. But each man of heaven, he have the power of 100 men of an earth. Let us make you hungry. So Allah, look how powerful this kebab, brother. Kebab. Allah made the kebab. What is inside the kebab? Allah knows best. And the Jibreel come to the house of Muhammad. Knock. Muhammad. Remember, Muhammad, he, like at that time, he was suffering from hormone because his penis is not working. So his voice was like a female. Who is this? You know? The angel, he said to him, it's me, Jibreel. Muhammad, he said, what's up, Jibreel? It's night time. Open the door. I brought you the shish kebab from Allah. Muhammad, he ate the shish kebab. The hormone, the testosterone, go crazy inside him. Muhammad's voice since then became like, I am Muhammad. Look what happened. Like, hello, this is the shish kebab of Allah. True story. And since he did it, Muhammad, he got the power of 40 men. And then, after he got the dish and he ate the shish kebab, you know, his wife, she reported how good he is in sex. It says here, brother, look how good he is, brother. Once the Prophet was bewitched, so he began to imagine that he had done a thing, but in fact, he did not. I mean, do you see how good his sex is? And more. Here, Aisha, she is reporting something very important. The Prophet continued for such period, imagining that he had slept with his wife, sexual intercourse, but in fact he did not. Like, what the heck? The shish kebab is not working, brother. So Muhammad, he go in the street, he told them, I was doing boom boom with all 13 wives. Then they asked the wives, oh, yesterday the Prophet, he was doing a lot of boom boom, huh? He told our husbands. The wife, they say, like, what? The guy, he did not even touch us for the last century. Are you there, Israel? And not to forget, when a woman, she spoke about orgasm, the wife of Muhammad, she said, really, the women, she have that? Look how she got Muhammad busted. The wife of Muhammad, she never ever had orgasm. The woman, she said, she had sexual dream, she had orgasm when she was thinking of a man. She's asking the Prophet, look what kind of topic, I mean, look what kind of a prophet he is, the vagina consultant. So the woman, she saw a liquid in her vagina. She came to the Prophet telling her about her liquid. Like, come on. I mean, who is going to tell him except the Prophet? A specialist, PhD in vagina. So the Prophet, he said to her, if she see the liquid, she have to wash. Then Salama, she was like, what? Does a woman, like you see translation, he says, does the woman have sexual dream? The Arabic, it says, تحتلم المرأة, which means she have orgasm. Does the woman, she have orgasm? He replied, of course. Of course she does. You see, it's not sexual dream. Look at the answer. Look how they expose themselves with the translation. Because if it's a sexual dream, then why are you saying, of course she does? In what way does her child resemble her? See, this is not about sexual dream. It's about the liquid in the vagina, the orgasm. So the wife, she asking the Prophet, the women, she have orgasm? Which means Muhammad, he never was able to give his wife orgasm. Because the wife, she was astonished, like, what the heck? What I'm missing here? My source is invalid? Exactly. Guys, our source is invalid. We agree with you. We showed you the Quran and we showed you the Hadith, and our source is invalid. This is why we keep saying Quran is invalid, Hadith is invalid, Islam is invalid. And the source you are talking about, you forgot it's an Islamic source. So you Muslim, look at this beard of this guy. Look how big his beard. Look at this. I mean, this guy is a decent sex shake. Your source is invalid. Okay, yeah, we agree with you. I'm showing the Quran. I'm showing the Hadith. I'm showing Sahih Bukhari. I'm showing Muslim. We agree. Islam is invalid. Like your beard. Be honest with me. Why you don't tell Zakir Naik what fertilizer you are using for your beard so Zakir Naik can use it? The poor Zakir Naik, he was trying to grow a beard for the last 40 years. And it's not there. I mean, still there's no beard there. Call your friend Zakura and tell him, this is, are you drinking camel urine? Be honest with me. Your source is invalid. Just to show you how stupid Islam is. Muhammad, he ordered the Muslims not to write hadith. He ordered them what? Not to write the hadith. He ordered them what? Not to write what he say. Then the Muslim, they wrote, the Prophet, he said, don't write what I say. Can you believe stupidity? I mean, how far the stupidity of this religion? I mean, the guy, he just told you, don't write what I say. They went and they wrote, the Prophet says, don't write what I say. Like, what the heck? Not only he said, don't write what he says, if you write it, efface it, erase it. Which means we should not have hadith. Because he just told you don't write hadith, you write it. What's wrong with you? How far stupidity can go? He told you not to write it, he told you to erase it, and then you make it in books, and now we are laughing at it. And the question is, why Muhammad don't want anyone to write what he is saying? Because it's a disaster. Hey people, let us practice Islam together. Please don't write down anything in the chat, including me saying don't write anything. And then you start, all of you, writing in the chat, like, what the heck? Oh boy, Islam is the religion of intelligence. So look what we started. We started with this atheism and Darwin and etc. And we end with Muhammad. What we can do? Actually, Muhammad, he believed in Darwinism. I can prove it to you. Look what Muhammad let me try to find you the hadith. Here we go, this stupid keyboard. You know, YouTube, This is the stupidity of the atheists who always support Islam, you know. So I made a video about this hadith. YouTube, they say this is against our guideline. Like, what the heck? They try to protect Islam in any way, any mean. Desperate. Trying to find the hadith in English. I will find it. Just give me a second. Let us see this one. Just to show you how Muhammad and Darwinism, they match. Read with me. And this is Al-Bukhari, the Muslim, they cannot deny it. The Prophet said, who said? The Prophet said. Remember that. A group of the Israeli were lost. Nobody knows what they did. Look at this. Look at the mystery. Look at the action. So they are lost, brother. We do not know where they are. But I do not see them except that they were cursed and changed into rats. Like what? Like what? And you are telling me that Darwin was not right? How the Prophet of Allah, he knew this? That's so good. He look at the rats and look at the logic. You remember that guy with the chain? If you don't have a chain, your mother is you know. Muhammad, they have the same logic. Look, for if look at the logic. How he noticed that those are Jews? Allah curse them. For if you put the milk of a she camel in front of a rat, it will not drink it. Hey Muslims, a rat don't drink the she camel milk, you drink it. Obviously it's wrong. Be my witness. But by doing that, Muhammad, he noticed, oh, they must be Jews, because Jews don't drink milk camel. That's deep. Look at the connection, brother. Look at the connection. Muhammad is observing, scientist. This is deep observation. You cannot do that unless you are a prophet of God. Look at the observer and scientist. So he noticed that Jews don't drink she camel milk, and rats don't drink she camel milk. Bingo. Now we found the origin of the rats. Darwinism. Okay, I don't know. I can use the same logic with Muslims. Well, donkeys don't drink whiskey. Like, hello? Donkeys don't eat pork. Wait, oh, what? Oh boy. Stupidity. And they say to you, he's a prophet. Look how much he's obsessed with the Jews, how much he hates them. Even when he look at the rat, he see Jews. He look at the scorpion, he see a Jew. He look at the lizard, he see a Jew. Wherever he look, he see a Jew. Let us blame the Jews. Anyway, guys, it's time to go. I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you all. Don't forget to download the video and share them, because we don't keep them for long. For we have a lot of people who hate literally my work. But in the same time, my work is beloved by a lot of people, especially in Islamic countries. Millions of Indonesian Muslims, Bangladesh, India, you name it, everywhere, they watch our videos. And our videos making a huge impact in their society. It is shaking the foundation of religion which have no foundation. So I appreciate those who support and download the video, translate and subtitle to your language, share it with your people. And I have a request actually, if you are a person who speaks Afghani language and you are willing to voluntarily to translate my book, contact me please. We need somebody to translate our book to the Afghani language, and which is Pakistan language too, so we can give it to them for free, totally for free. You see, I'm giving most of my books for free. For sure, I need to support myself, right? I mean, all of you, you know, life, nothing for free. But I do my best to give most of my books for free. And that is done because, you know, the Lord, He provides us. And I am very thankful for Him. And there are some of you here, they support us in Patreon. But those books are a must to translate. So we are working now in the Chinese. We need somebody to translate to Korean. We need somebody to translate to Afghani language. But there's many languages still missing. We have it, our books translated to many languages. And I say our books because, as you see, we are sharing them. It's our books, you know. And the reason I give those books for free, I prefer over making money, because I will not take with me to my grave 1 penny more than what I need for that day. So as long the Lord, He provide, and the Lord, He give us, and the Lord, He send good people like you to help us too, then there is no need for more. The Lord, He will provide, and the Lord, He will give. And we give, and you give, and let us help those people to see. And I will really appreciate a big gift from those who like to help by translating to the Afghani language. Or if you speak Korean or any language, it's not included in my, you know, and like none of those who, we did it already. So if you know a language, if you speak a language and you are willing to do volunteer work, and those books we give them for free. So the translator's work is extremely important, and we need your help. So if you care, help us, and the Lord always will remember you. And remember, those who translate, people do not know you, and people do not know me anyway, you know. But there's one person He knows who you are, and your work will stay there forever, because that is your translation. Yes, it's my book, but it is your translation. So this is maybe will be the biggest blessing you have in your life, that you were not just watching, you were working to save Muslims. And you did. God knows how many who will read your translation of my book, and they will leave the cult of Muhammad. So I want to say thank you for all of you. Thank you for your support. And until we see you again, Christ is Lord. Islam is false. Atheism is false. Anything except the Lord's name is false. His name is amazing. His act is glorious. He is a miracle, and He do miracle. His life, His birth, His death, everything about Him is miraculous. That is God. The word miracle is something nobody can comprehend, so we call it miracle, because it's above our nature. It's above normal. It is not usual. It is something nobody can do. It is a superpower. We call it miracle. That is God. God Himself is a miracle. So let the miracle of God work through you, and let the miracle of God be with you. Thank you, and God bless. Take care.